This year I worked on the movie Cowboys and Aliens, which is coming out this summer. It was the most fantastic experience. When I get assignments, especially a lot of my advertising, my movie poster assignment, oftentimes they're in the studio, but other times I get opportunities to go on location. And sometimes those locations are, interesting, and sometimes they're like amazing. And the one we did this summer for Cowboys and Aliens was just amazing. There's just something about being in a real environment. First of all, I don't have to build a set or prop it or have it be fake. It's the experience of being there and the opportunity to light it creatively and the freedom that I'm given to do what I do, which is make pictures. Daniel I've never met before, never worked with, so that was really exciting. Of course, to meet Daniel and to find that he was a collaborative partner in the process, to the point where he was excited about seeing the pictures afterward. Great guy, very concerned about the work, a willing participant. All those things are good for me, that's not always the case, so it's a pleasure. I do a lot of movie advertising, the posters, what we call one sheets in the business, and it's something that just clicked for me many years ago. It's just something that I love doing. I love the energy of usually the level of talent we're working with. We're on a movie set, all of those people collaborating together, being around, experts, top level of their field, lighting and doing the cinematography and everything that's involved in making a movie. So being around that is really, really special, and that definitely affects all involved and then somehow brings something to the shoot. We never know how the images are going to be put together and used in a final ad, so getting pieces of actors actually firing guns and reacting to different things, getting some energy in the image, and having them act to something that isn't necessarily here now, but it might be in the final picture. So that's all part of the process. One of the younger actors in this movie was a kid named Noah Ringer. Done some sort of martial arts training, and so he had this skill with a knife. Kid who had this ability to flip a knife around in certain ways, and we ended up using his ability with the knife in our photographs. Another young actor working on this film is Olivia Wilde, whose career is so hot right now. And so here I am in this wonderful faux Western environment, and the patina all around me is just perfect, and the paint is peeling perfectly, and the lighting is just amazing. It's so bright in the sun that I can just put an actress into the shade, and the light is so beautiful. The contrast between this beautiful young woman and the environment I was photographing her in just created some very dramatic imagery. In particular, taking her into the saloon, which had all this dramatic light pouring in through the windows. Keith Carradine is an actor that I've always wanted to work with. He sort of has this Hollywood pedigree. He's not a movie star per se, he is an actor who is just immersed in Hollywood history throughout his whole family. And Keith is just a great guy, and we both like to ride motorcycles, and so we have something in common, and it allowed us to have a conversation. And to get to know him and to share some time with he and his wife was a really important part of the shoot for me. We went to New Mexico to work on this movie set. The decision was to do it while they're in character, while they're dirty and unkempt, while they're there, while we're in this location, and try and get the real thing and try and get some of that real flavor that sometimes is done in post-production. That was a perfect opportunity for me. I was the perfect photographer for the shoot. Plus, it's really a wonderful experience to walk onto a movie set and one of the biggest stars of all time, comes over and gives you a hug and then kind of does anything I want him to do. That's kind of a cool thing. I'm working with my favorite actors. They're all in the desert. And it's New Mexico, and the light is amazing, and it's just this beautiful environment. So much so that you can take a very wide landscape and then you can come in just a little bit tighter with a longer lens, and you can come in a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. Every one of those photographs, from the wide landscape shot to the tighter portrait, all has the feeling and texture of this environment. With this particular movie, I've had this long relationship with Harrison Ford, so I walk into the situation with Harrison, and
that's always comfortable for me. Yet I'm always aware of what I'm doing, in that I have the great Harrison Ford in front of my camera, and we're in this location. To finish shooting with these great actors in this amazing place, and then to jump on the helicopter with Harrison and Daniel and fly away from the set. It's pretty cool.